Why couldn't you have popsicle time with her?
But like it's just like you know when someone's talking to you and you're like popsicles.
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. 90 fucking degrees, John. 90 fucking degrees. And I do this every goddamn year where it's just summer until like October 15th. And I know that. But every time I'm like, you have some goddamn nerve being 90 degrees in September, Mother Nature, you fickle bitch.
It's I remember back from the days like a year ago when I didn't have an air conditioning. So for like 6 years, I always knew I wasn't getting a good night's sleep until late October. Like that's when it was finally going to start.
It's always been that way, but then with whatever is going on with the climate, like it's been way worse.
Yeah.
But yet and still, I always expect it to, switch over, and it just doesn't for like another like 6 weeks.
It is weird that our minds work like that. It's so dumb because like it's still summer.
It's September 22nd, I think.
Like
right?
yeah,
Something
like I know,
and that's always been.
Like why are we like the seasons don't abide by our random holiday rules?
Right,
like
right.
Summer's over.
Labor Day? No, it's not.
Like,
Same
no,
with Memorial
it's
Day.
not.
Memorial Day, summer started. It's fucking like 56 degrees.
It's cold
in June,
for another month.
Yeah,
like why do we make up these holidays as like the start? And I guess it's a school thing, but like. The summers, the holidays don't dictate summer. It is
the months.
good,
The months were just made up.
Right.
Yeah, we had emperors just adding months halfway through like history. It was like fucking around with the whole thing. I had yet again another new I'm so old moment. For the first time, every year prior to this, for the last 15 years, let's call it. The first weekend of college football, I have this moment of like, I'm going to watch football. Like, college is back. Kids are going back to school. Like, it's not fall, but we did, it was like 70. Like, we had a little bit of a break in the weather. And, like, I'm going to watch some like, college football shit and, like, get into it. And every time I watch, like, a half of a quarter, and I'm like, never mind, I don't like this, and I go back to whatever I'm doing. But that early Saturday morning, I have some feelings about it where I'm like, I never even did it. It's never like I never had it. Maybe that's part of it. Is I was like, I missed out on it. I didn't go to the right school for that. I wish I did. So like, this is the year. Maybe I pick a team, or at least for the first week, I kind of do the college football thing. I'm jealous. I wish I did it, and I just don't like it enough to really get into it the same way other people do. But this year, I didn't even like have that.
I actually kind of had it because
no, that's right. Who they beat? They beat
LSU.
LSU like whooped them, right?
Fucking, you know who?
You know how the Knowles do, baby.
You know my coach fucking did it.
Do you even know?
No. I think Jordan Travis is the quarterback. I think that's definitely.
That's a good quarterback name.
Yeah.
Like that guy can win a Heisman.
Yeah.
Heisman winner Jordan Travis. That sounds like a thing.
But I did it. It wasn't
It's
a night.
Yo, you should. The fact that you even have an in, you should do it. You should
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna. It would be too disingenuous. Like,
But,
they're like
do it like.
they're like the Celtics. Like, I'm rooting. I want you to win.
Right.
I'm rooting for you.
Right.
I'm not gonna pretend I'm fucking.
But like, you should go to a
like,
Florida State bar and like, you don't have to like make content. I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just because if I even had a shred of a reason, I think I would like force myself to do it. I just got nothing. I don't gamble. I have no ties to any football, any college. And everywhere around me, like the Northeast, you know what I mean? If I just lived in like the South and I could just like pick a team, I think I would do it.
Yeah.
But I just can't. It would be even more disingenuous for me to even care. It's like, why do you care? Because I'm making it up. And I, you should do whatever you want. People can just root for whatever teams they
But
want.
you can make it up to an extent, and then like everything, right? You fake it till you make it. Like,
yeah.
I like Liverpool was a bit. I very much like Liverpool.
Right.
Like it is.
Right. I think the problem is, and this has always been my argument against college football, is every time I sit down and watch a game, they suck.
Yeah.
It's 52-7,
It is.
or it's like 0-0, and nobody can move the football.
Well, that's what I did, and this probably didn't end up happening in the FSU game. I will watch. What do they play? 10 games. I'll watch 8 FSU games this year if they're going to be good. Like I'll watch them. But Sunday night I had already started Snowden, unfortunately, But I came.
God knows you can't watch Snowden any other time. Then,
But I came upstairs. I was watching in the basement of my house, and I came upstairs to grab Popsicle, and
naturally,
went
as
back.
one does at the age of 40.
My dad, who was a man, was watching the game, and so I walked by, and I was like sitting there in a Popsicle in the back, like, oh, that's a big fourth down stop. All right, go back to the basement, watch my movie. See you later.
But that's who we are. I every year prior to this that I've tried to do it, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go watch that season of TV. It's just not.
Snowden's great, by the way. Snowden's unbelievable.
Oh, Snowden is a series.
No, it's a movie.
The movie. Okay,
Yeah. Speaking of series, real quick, just Lioness is unbelievable. If you're not watching Lioness, watch Lioness.
I saw that. So the other day, I needed a series. I'm like kind of all out of TV, and I saw that, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw Feitelberg tweet about it. Is it good, or Feitelberg good?
It's in between.
Okay.
I like it more than it probably is good, but it's Taylor Sheridan. It's
okay.
Yeah, it's a Taylor Sheridan.
What's her name?
Zoe Saldana,
Super hot,
Nicole
right?
Kidman, Morgan Freeman's
So
in it
it's
briefly.
like Taylor Sheridan does chicks.
Very much kind of like it is like. It is
instead
like,
of Tim Riggins, we got a girl.
It is like this is the Lioness program. It's women at war, and
Yeah.
but like it actually doesn't feel like that. Like it's not like,
Right,
but like
it's not
it is that. It
Right.
is. I mean, it's
Well, he
called
does it
that, and it is that.
Well, that's
but
what Taylor Sheridan really mastered the art of like, I'm hitting you over the head with something, but it's so like I like it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like every single like swooping shot of Montana. We know that the setting is a character, like, but we like it, so it's okay.
But it's very good, and also this goes without saying. If we're looking at things to watch, I watched Shane last night. I've seen the set 10 times.
Oh,
Cry
every time. I turned it on fully knowing that it was going to be the set that I've seen, and still
it was there are parts like the Australian thing I'd only seen him do at Fully Loaded.
Yeah.
I had seen
so getting to see that,
getting to see that again,
yeah.
so fucking funny.
Yay.
I put it on my Instagram last night. Like he does not need promotion, but if you haven't heard of Shane Gillis, go check out his Netflix.
I was like, you should come by before you move and like just promote the special, and he was like, yeah, sure. I was like,
wait,
you don't
when's he
need
moving?
to.
Has he moved?
No, but I think like in October. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll ask him if that was not supposed to be. I mean, he's moving in like 4 weeks, so if it's not out of the bag, eventually it's got to be.
Yeah,
right? But yeah, I think that's officially happening. So good. Just like I almost wish I didn't see his sets. Imagine watching that fresh.
Yeah.
We talk about, we have an interview today with Yamaneika Saunders, who's a stand-up comedian, and we talked about the difference between watching comedy live and watching comedy special on TV, and how when you're at a show live, everything's hilarious because you're either a little bit drunk, laughter's contagious, the room, the acoustics, the person is live, and whatever the reasons are. And then when I watch a special on TV, I'm a little more critical, and I'm a little more like, let's see if you can make me laugh. Yeah. So if I hadn't seen Shane's material and saw it for the first time, I would have been sitting by myself howling, which is a really rare thing to do. So
I've seen it. I was sitting by myself crying.
Yeah.
Like literally.
But if you're
tears.
getting that fresh for the first time, it's like the people who are, when people are like, I've never seen Breaking Bad. It's like, oh my God.
Bro, speaking of that, did you see Aaron Paul on the picket line?
No.
They don't get any money.
What do you mean?
They do not get paid for Breaking Bad. He was like it was like a TMZ type camera thing, and he's like Breaking Bad is still a top 10 show on Netflix. I do not get paid for Breaking Bad to be on Netflix.
Like he doesn't get paid a lot, or like no.
He does. I received $0 for that, or I get no money, or whatever he said. That's
sometimes I try
crazy.
to think of it like from the other side because I'm so firmly like that's fucking crazy. But it like maybe it just gets unrealistic where it's like, well, what is it? Like there's a million people on the show, like everybody. Like, how do you pay like everybody?
But like that's the argument people use with college sports, and I don't accept it. Where it's like it's tough. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah, but, like even if it's like, okay, you were like a fucking what do they call them, grips or whatever? Like, then you get like a very 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 little bit, but you get something. And then the top two stars get a lot, and then Vince Gilligan and the studio or whatever get the most.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. I wonder if it's like if you break it all down. okay, Aaron Paul, like we figured out here's the breakdown, and you get like a couple $1,000. But it's like, then it's then that's that.
Dude,
Whatever
at least
money,
you feel like you're part of it, and you
Right.
did something. Like it is, and then people are like, "Oh, millionaires crying," and it's like, dude, it's like, yes, that is what's happening, but like, just think of it as like
your job. Think
like
of you.
just
You put yourself in that spot.
It is literally a millionaire whining. It is also literally a person fighting for their worth.
Right.
Like it. Like,
right. And also, by the way, it's also like thousandaires whining. Like
right.
like not. It's not all.
Yes,
millionaires.
like that. In
people.
that specific instance,
Right.
it was literally that. But then, like, also, hey, if Aaron Paul's not getting money, do you think the
No
lesser
one-
guys are? Do you think the
Right.
writers are?
Yeah, those guys want Aaron Paul to get money because that means
100%.
So it's
trickle down
it's
economics,
all-
Reagan baby.
Right. But I thought the saddest thing was Darius Rucker when he was like, "There's so much money, we could all be millionaires."
Yeah.
But instead, like one person gets to be a billionaire. That's nuts. Like he was so like he has the right to be mad about it, and he was just like, "This is just kind of fucked up."
Yeah.
Like, why don't we just all?
I do. I maybe it's because I'm still not. I'm really not young anymore. But like, I don't get how you don't want to give it to the people to like who like fucking
bro,
like.
I mean, you don't realize that like
it doesn't make
everybody's
sense
a shithead
to me. Like it just like does
Like, there
isn't
are-
it like I would just feel
like an asshole.
And I'm not talking about like if I had $1 billion that I earned and then there are people who are around me who like didn't earn it, don't get it. But like when you are like on the producer of a show or the what do you call it? Network of a show. Like, yeah, they made the fucking show.
Right.
What are you talking about? Like, don't give them money. It's
Right.
It's literally their show.
Their show. I mean, I don't think people are like us though. I think more people are like, I'm gonna get all this money and keep it. Like, dude, I'll tell you, when everybody got fired last week, I for sure had some sort of like survivor's guilt going on, having like just gotten my equity. I was like, a couple.
They didn't.
But a couple people who were like close to me, I was like, should I like pay them? Like I could, like
I think that's crazy.
But that's like, and yeah, it is. But it's like that went through my mind on this scale. If I was the owner of a streaming thing and I had billions, and I was like,
Zaslav, the HBO guy.
I don't know the name of the HBO guy.
But
yeah, like if I was that dude, and it's like, hey man, all we want to do is like split up the billions so that we're all like tens of millionaires, and like you'll still be like probably a single billionaire or whatever. Like whatever, I just can't imagine.
Once it's public that like it was like you give 0.0002%, be like, all right, you guys got me. Like
yeah,
fine.
Like that was. I was just hoping nobody ever found that out.
Yeah.
I wonder if those guys were like
that's like the guy who stole the tabbies.
what?
You see the viral video of the guy who stole the tabbies?
What's that mean?
It's like a shoe. It's like a very popular shoe.
Uh-huh.
And this woman went viral for she matched with a guy. She saw a guy in Soho, came home later that night. She had a message from him on Tinder. She didn't realize they'd previously matched.
Uh-huh.
He's like, yo, you're looking good. Like, let's grab a drink. And she was like, he was hot. I was down, whatever. Come back to my house. Oh, they exchanged numbers. A few days later, meet up, drinks, come back to her apartment, sleep together. In the morning, he's like, I got a Spotify playlist I want to show you. And he doesn't have Spotify on his phone. So he's like, can I use yours? And she's like, sure. And he's on the phone for a while, and he's like, I can't find it. Never mind. I got to go. And then they leave. And she comes home later that night, and she's like, we were talking about tabbies, which is like a very popular shoe. It's an expensive shoe. It's like a $700 shoe. You've seen it, where it's like only the toe. Like the toe is separate from the other toes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And she's like, I look at my shoe rack, and like my tabbies are gone. And I go to, like I said, I don't want to be accusatory, so I was going to go ask him, like, have you seen him? Or did you see him? And, like, his number's deleted, and his number's deleted from the call log, and his Tinder's unmatched. And I was like, he fucking stole my tabbies. And then she, like, I don't know how the next jump happened, but she, like, somehow got back in contact with him. It was like, yo, you have my tab. Oh, no. She made this video, and it went viral because she still had his screenshots of his Tinder profile. And then he reached back out to her and was like, yo, you got to delete that. And she's like, no, you stole my tabbies. And he's like, if you can prove I stole them, I'll like, fine.
Yeah.
And then she reply with a screenshot of like his IG story,
Random?
and his girlfriend had him on, And he just replied, "All right, you got me." And like that is
like when you're dead to rights.
yeah, like all right,
you know.
Cool. He goes, "All right, you got me. Give me time and place. I'll meet up."
Amazing.
Like fair play.
Yeah,
Fair play.
yeah.
We're both trying some things here. You got me.
I mean, he almost got away with it. Like if it wasn't for that picture, what would she have said? You know what I mean?
Because I think it went viral.
By the way, anytime somebody says, if you can prove it, that's the proof.
Yeah.
When I'm putting the burden of proof on you, I'm admitting I did it. But I would have bet that all the heads of streaming, were like, the day that they find out, that the public finds out, we give them 0.0015 of a penny. Like, we're fucked.
Or the opposite. Or the day they find out no one watches any of this shit.
Well, the music and videos are different, I think. People are listening to music, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You can see, billions of streams, and then and it's just like, if you gave 1 penny, like he said, everyone would be rich. Like, and I bet you those guys were like, dude, did you see the news today on, like, Deadline? Like, the world found out we're only giving them a 1/1,000,000th of a penny. Like, we're fucked. And then they were like, oh, we're not. Okay. Everyone's just listening to music. And, like, I mean, the artists are complaining, but nobody's listening. Whatever. Fuck it. Like, those guys are just content to just be like that is so bad that, every time those people, like, go to an event or something, you need, like, Portnoy be like, lies, Hitler, Goodell. Like, you need someone to be like, you are a thief, you steal, like, every single time.
Yeah.
I said it on that interview. I don't think it's that far-fetched. I think they could do it tomorrow if all the top guys got together. I think it would change the industry.
It is like what college football, when I said, like, it is so weird that they're like, well, like, how are we going to pay everybody? Like, I don't know. But also, figure it out. I'm not the CFO. You have to pay everybody. That's how it works.
And also, like, I hear the numbers. Like, I hear that, like, one college football program alone makes like $40 million a game or something. There's enough to go around. Now, we
have to spend, like, it goes into all these places. Like, well, stop giving it to them and give it to me.
I wonder though if like, especially if you're talking about college football, and it's like, I don't know, man. I got some, like, good old Southern boys boosters who I have to pay like $50 million a year, and if I don't do that, they're not gonna be happy.
Yeah.
So, like, I gotta take care of that first, so I don't get, like, my legs.
Well, no, the boosters pay them.
Well, yes, but whoever. I mean, listen. There's a system
they pay,
in
like,
place
for,
to
like,
keep a lot of fucking people rich and happy.
It's
and
one of those things.
if all of a sudden you change that.
But, like, it's with the argument that I've read is that, like, it goes to, like, school and to, like, other sports programs that don't make money, and it's like, okay. Well, maybe those are failing businesses,
that should be just
and
taxed,
this should just be a league that does its own thing. Like,
Like, I hate when people are like, what there's so many more sports than just, like, football. It's like, well, they don't get money then,
right? Or
they get, like, here's like $15 because you swim.
If I was a football player, I'd be like, I don't want to fucking fund the swimming team. Right. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, that's
like
it's like running like a charity. It's like this is why is communism so bad?
Yeah,
here you go. Because of fucking like intramural swimming. That's why. That's why it doesn't work. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could be all a part of it. Instead, I'll just talk about the economics of it. Be a loser. Do you watch college football, Pass?
Yeah, but I don't really have a team. Like, I went to South Carolina, and I could care less about, like, if they win or not.
Oh yeah, you didn't Gamecock up with
you
Darius.
Got, like.
What do you mean?
You should.
Did you mention that to Darius Rucker? You're a fucking Gamecock?
But I'm a poser. Like, I didn't go to a game in the 2 years.
Dude, look, here's the deal. I'm a fucking.
You're a knoll. You're a cock.
I'll sit right here and I'll tell you. Look, I'm rooting for the team, but I don't live and die with them.
Yeah.
If fucking Chris Wanke walked to the door.
Well, I don't know. Did you say it to Dion?
Guess what? No up. Of course I said it to Dion. I tweeted at Dion like 10 times.
There you go.
Didn't care. If I'm around people, if I'm around a regular person, I explain to them the entire situation. If I'm around a celebrity, I'm like, oh.
I thought about it too. I should have done it.
Did you see him the other day talking about when they were like, somebody asked him about being a Seminole or something like that?
No.
Like, no. He said I think that the question was very like, have you like paid, like, given back to Florida State or something like that? And he was like, or they said like Florida State gave you everything or something like that, and he was like, oh no, I earned everything. Like they were lucky to have me. Like
That's
that
an
sort of thing.
insane
He was
thing
like,
to
I'm
say.
a I think it was like I'm a Buffalo now, not a Noel
Yeah,
or whatever the
I
fuck it was.
completely agree. That's like the John Mulaney bit, and he's like, college sends you a letter like, hey, it's been a while since you donated.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck
it's been a
off.
while since you since you fed and housed me.
Yeah, it's been a long time since you've done anything for me at all. I cannot, when Fordham calls for a donation, next time they do it, I'm gonna ask the person on the line because I know it's just some kid who's got a call.
Yeah.
But I want to go like, yo, bro, do you think this is reasonable that you're asking for this? And I know they'll be like, nah, I know what Fordham guys are like. They'll be like, yeah, this is fucking crazy. But like a school like that, it's like, okay, so a long time ago, I made the poor mistake of going to a place that you literally didn't keep me safe. You gave me terrible food, a horrendous sporting experience, and an okay education. And you think 20 years later I want to give you money for it?
You deserve a percentage of my income for the rest of my life? Like, what do you?
Outta here.
What a scam! That was like the viral. I saw viral tweet the other day. That was it was like when I was 17. I wasn't allowed to get a Limp Bizkit tattoo because I didn't have a guardian signature, so I cried and punched a street lamp. 3 months later, I was given a $300,000 loan to get an art degree.
Dude, student loans are the downfall of like America. You know what I got coming up? My 20th high school reunion.
Really?
Yep, this year. And,
You going?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see them a lot, but I talk enough with people, and the people who are like running it were like my friends,
Yeah.
So like, if it was like the girls putting it together, I never knew, I probably wouldn't get a text or whatever, but like they texted me, and but they're doing no spouses. It's just the people.
I like that.
Yeah,
No kids
which
at
is
the wedding.
kind of cool because it's like, yeah, it'll just be like us, But
Finally get to fuck that girl.
somebody,
No wives allowed.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody was horned up made that decision. But I think so many people go to those things to flex a little bit. But if you're just amongst each other,
Yeah.
I mean, you could still flex. Don't get me wrong. But when you're not showing it to anybody else, like you could show up and be rich, you could be famous, you could be this, you could be that. You'll fall right back into your role.
Yeah.
Like someone might bully the fuck out of you. The first minute they see you, doesn't matter who you are now. So, but that is an interesting wrinkle to it that I don't know if other people do that. I think it's also just like a numbers thing. If everybody brings a +1, all of a sudden, you got like double the.
I think
the
that does end
bar
up
and the
being
food
like.
and-
I think that ends up like taking like that's what it's about.
Yeah,
Me,
like,
my
if
wife,
I
my
went
husband,
with
me,
somebody,
my-
I would definitely like show up, say hello, and then be like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
And this has more of a chance of me like staying all night long and doing whatever. So, but that 20 is like when I saw like the number, when I saw the text coming through, I was like, what anniversary is this? I was like,
I'm
oh my
surprised it's
God.
only your 20s. I think my 20
Graduated when I
is-
was 18. I'm 38.
What year
20
is
years.
it? Yeah, I guess I thought I graduated because mine's in 3 years.
That's how it works, John.
But I thought you're 4 years older than me.
I thought I was 4. You told me you're 3. I think.
Oh, was it that? Maybe I listened to you.
Yeah, I think that was maybe. it.
Okay.
But wait, you're 30,
I just turned 35.
35. Okay,
Yeah.
so then 3. Yeah, that makes sense. But that feels like I feel like just my class tried to have a 5-year reunion, and I remember being like, guys, we still like hang out.
I think we had a 5. I think 5 standard.
Is it?
I think so.
I
Maybe
mean, it was cool.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It was
Maybe
like
it's a 10.
it just wasn't
I
a
think 5, I
reunion.
forget.
It was like we're just planning a night together.
Yeah.
But it was like we were at the bar last weekend, guys. This one is gonna be like I'm seeing some people in 20, 10, 15 years. It's fucking crazy. So we'll see how that goes. I think it's
Soon, right?
Early.
They're usually early-ish. Early in the year.
I want to say it was like November, and I think that's good because I was like, you got me early enough. Like I'll put this on my calendar.
Yeah.
If you told me it's next week, I'm not coming. It is. I don't know. I can't find the text, but these, dude, I just some of these pictures of me that come through just crack me the fuck up, man. They're just so random.
It's very funny.
And then, like, that one is just like, what?
You look very much the same.
I mean, I'm way skinnier. Like, my face is skinnier,
yeah.
but yeah. Well, yeah. We all have busy lives these days and can't afford to waste a day stuck on the couch because of a few drinks the night before. ZBiotics is the answer we've all been looking for. ZBiotics is the pre-alcohol probiotic. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by a PhD scientist to tackle rough mornings after drinking. I've been saying this for years, where I was like, the first doctor who just cracks the case on this situation.
You gotta focus on it.
It's the Nobel Peace Prize.
It's
like,
ZBiotics.
let's put all the other diseases on hold. Let's put all the other problems on hold. Focus on this one. Productivity of the world through the roof. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in your gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. ZBiotics produces an enzyme to break down to break this byproduct down. I'm sold. I always thought it was the dehydration. If now you're talking about there's enzymes that break things down, well, let's just do that and take care of it. So it's designed to work just like your liver, but in your gut where you need it most. Just remember to drink ZBiotics before you drink alcohol. Drink responsibly and get a good night's sleep to feel your best tomorrow. Every time you have ZBiotics, every time I have ZBiotics before drinking, it makes me such a difference the next day. Even after drinks the night before, I know I'll be able to get up, do a podcast, get up and play with the kids. All the various stuff we got to take care of. ZBiotics helps me do just that. So go to zbiotics.com/KFC to get 15% off your first order when you use KFC at checkout. You can also sign up for a subscription using my code so you can stay prepared no matter what time or occasion. ZBiotics is backed 100% money back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to head to zbiotics.com/KFC and use code KFC for checkout for 15% off at checkout. Thank you, ZBiotics, for sponsoring this episode. Anyway, I'm old as shit. So we got Yamaneika Saunders on the show, who's very, introspective and deep
Theater
conversation. Kid. Yeah. When she went to the LA School for Arts or whatever it's called, and I was like, oh yeah, this checks out because it was some. But man, she has a story about getting booed at the Apollo. That is, it's making John take one thing I learned out of returement. It was that good.
I very much want to. It's just having the follow through.
Yeah.
Which it's a toss up. Getting booed for 60 blocks is just hilarious.
Yeah.
I got booed for 60 blocks.
It's so fucking good. You think you have a embarrassing failure story? Watch this for inspiration. So we'll get into that later. We got voicemails. What do you got for me today, Johnny?
I got new segment idea. It's one-time segment. That's the only way I'm doing segments from now.
That's what our segments are.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
So new segment. Missed signs.
Missed signs. You are the king of them.
Let me know if I missed a sign here.
And literally every time John has said this, it's like, Joe, this girl said, "Let me suck your dick," and I just walked out. Did I miss a sign?
Now I probably shouldn't even tell this story.
As another John thing.
But I like to see a good thing and go, be pretty funny if I fucked that up. So I'm walking out of my apartment building today. For those who don't know that well, my apartment's 4 floors. Everyone has their own floor. And I have the girls up top who are scared of
you.
Murder.
The girl up top were terrified. Yeah.
And then I got my boy Valdir and his niece on the 3rd floor, and then me, and the bottom's empty. And so I'm walking out, just going to the market for some late night snacks the other night. This is probably about a week ago, and I'm opening the door, and on the 3rd floor is it's 3 girls, and 2 of them were scared who came down, but I never saw the 3rd. And there's a girl walking up. And
what was that story again? They were just they thought some guy was
someone was on their
roof, and they came to you to be like, "Can you do something about it?"
Yeah.
And there wasn't there?
No,
there wasn't.
No. And then
there was a guy who
once I got up there, they just did it, so I didn't even have to do anything.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we feel, which I totally get when you're like, I feel safer now, so we'll just open it up.
Yeah.
So we were like, I'm walking out, someone's walking in, this woman's walking in, the door shuts behind me, and she's like, "Oh, can you open that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And so I open it, and she goes, you're the guy who works at Barstools, right? She's Australian. And
Barstool, right?
I was gonna try to do an accent. But
I tried to do it. I couldn't do it either.
Yeah,
Barstool feels like
I don't know why Barstool was like any other
Yeah.
word. I would have been like, I'll just do it.
Barstool is a good Australian accent word. I bet it sounded good, but I can't do it.
I can't do it. Yeah.
Because they probably say like Barstool.
Shrimp on the Barstool.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why I can't do it. I in my head I was like,
Yeah, but you're so right. I would have gone shrimp on the bobby.
Yeah.
But Barstool, I won't say.
That was exactly the
It's-
word. I was like,
it's
you're not
that-
able to get
that-
that one out. Just skip it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And she's like, that's.
Wait, by the way, did she say Barstools?
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody does it.
And she was explaining how that's funny, and her guy friends are big fans, and she jokingly sent me a DM one night that we should go to the bodega. And I don't check my DMs. I don't know. And then she pulled it up and showed me. I was like, ah! And then I went into the market and I got some popsicles and went to bed.
Did I miss the sign when it was literally a sign that she held up and said, look at this sign. I sent you a digital sign on the fucking phone that said, let's hang out.
Bro,
was she hot?
Yeah.
Fucking, you are the worst.
It was.
We talked before about being the guy who's like obsessed with getting laid is the worst,
Yeah.
But there's a healthy medium. There's a healthy in between, and being the guy, like for the guys out there who struggle, who would murder someone to have such a simple in as you're the Barstools guy, and then you just piss in the face of that. You
Now,
just
the
disregard
DMs
that
were
completely.
like she said it was a joke. She said like.
Yeah, of course. Like, all right, she's not a complete hoe who just is like, let's fuck. But it's right next to that.
She was very nice. I liked her.
And she lives in the building, or
I couldn't really tell.
have you seen an Australian girl around the building often?
No, I never see anybody. It was I was
Could've
in
been that
I was in
last.
popsicle mode. So I was like, I need some fucking popsicles. And so like it.
Why couldn't you have popsicle time with her?
But like it's just like. You know
gotta
when
be-
someone's talking to you and you're like, popsicles.
By the way, I almost exclusively think that's what's going on every time I talk to you. Hey, John, we got to talk about some popsicles. I absolutely will tailor things that I've got to talk to you about around your food schedule. Like, I know if it's at the end of the afternoon and we've just recorded and you're hungry, I'm like, don't tell John that. We'll talk to him in the morning. Because he's probably thinking about popsicles.
But she was like, I'm so awkward. I'm so weird. And like, I don't know. And she's like, yeah, so why can't I do the Australian accent? Whatever. And she's like, yeah, like, guy friends know about it. Like, they thought it'd be funny if I sent you a DM. So here's a DM. And I like.
Bro, yeah, come on.
It's like I'm too
That's
scared. I
her
forget.
way
It sounds
of-
like I'm too scared to go to the bodega alone. Can you come with me or something like that? And I was like, it's funny. Popsicles. and the whole time I'm like drifting down the stairs, like,
See ya. I'm out of here.
talking to a woman. She scared me. Popsicles. And
The worst, bro. What would you do?
I have no idea what this is.
Just if you like blatantly went up to a guy and were like, "Oh, you're that guy," like, or my friends, like we have friends in common, whatever, like the obvious hook is, and she was like, "Look, I even like sent you a DM one time," and he's just like, "Yeah, cool, bye, I gotta get popsicles." Like just the signs just flying over his head at all times.
Wait, like, was she trying to hit on?
Yeah.
You're good.
Like, they're-
I honestly don't think
Yeah,
so.
they're
honestly don't
passing
think so.
at his building, and she stops him, and she's like, "Oh, you're the Barstools guy, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, funny story. Like one time, me and my friends were like talking, and they said I should DM you, so I sent you a DM, being like, "Hey, do you want to go to the bodega with me? Like, look, here it is." And he was like, "I gotta go get popsicles. I gotta get popsicles back."
That's really socially awkward.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, not that you have to be like, "Let's go fuck," but like at the very least, like entertain her flirting or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But that's very much,
No, she definitely is like so.
She shot her
upset that
shot.
I'm ugly. She shot her
Yeah,
shot.
totally.
She was very pretty. She was very pretty.
Why wouldn't you fucking?
just entertain it. Be like, yeah, send me another DM or
Were
something.
you like you really like? I'm assuming that you.
He was in
wanted a
popsicle mode.
at that time.
I was look. It was like 9:00 at night. It was about snack time, and I was playing it up a little bit for the story. But like, yeah, I was pretty heavy in snack mode at the time.
I actually do understand that, especially as like older. Like, I can't like flip into that mode.
Yeah,
like
I had
I'll
just
be, like,
showered and put on my like
Your
bed
comfy
clothes.
clothes, yeah,
but then
yeah.
I was like, I can't get in bed without snacks. So I went to get snacks without.
I'm coming around on you. Because like there was a time and place where if a pretty girl came up to me and said that, I would be like, throw out whatever plans I just had.
Yeah.
Let's go. I would be like, I got a pint of ice cream. Let's resume this tomorrow at an earlier hour. Catch me before it's snack time and we could talk. But I mean that's particularly crazy. A hot Australian girl stops you and tells you a story about how she privately messaged you and then shows it to you, and you're just like, see you, girl.
Were you going to the bodega at the time?
I was not. I was going to the market. They don't have popsicles at the bodega.
Yeah.
Logistically, it wasn't gonna work.
They do have popsicles at the CVS, which is nearby, but they don't have the popsicles I like, the mango and tahini. Those are quite yummy, and that's over at the market.
I can't believe your legitimate question. I was joking when I said it was popsicle time, but your question was like, so you were into your popsicles at the moment.
That's what I gathered.
I mean, part of me respects your commitment to your craft that is being John Feitelberg. But goddamn, I just know that there are guys at home screaming right now, like screaming at the TV, screaming at their phone, like, what the fuck?
It was one where like the next morning I was like, did you not give a hot Australian the time of day last night?
Yep.
What the fuck was that all about? I was like, popsicles.
But here's the thing. This segment right here all but ensures you another chance at this, and you're not going to do it.
Well, also, I was.
She's going to be back in the
I think
DMs,
she said
or friends of friends.
something like she's like, because before she showed the DMs, she was like, I think she said I'm moving out, so I don't give a fuck. It was like, again, I was, it's part popsicles, part like someone's talking to me, and I wasn't planning on talking to anybody, so like I was stressed. And, like,
that I do understand.
It was like I wasn't fully present,
Yeah.
so I was like, fuck, shit, yeah, ha, see you later.
I could see it being like, this is embarrassing to show you this, but I'm moving out, so I don't care.
Yeah,
Something like
there was
But
something.
still, if it was in your apartment, one way or another, you have a connection. Either she lives there, or like her friends are living there. She knows the show. Her friends know the show. This is gonna be put out there. You're gonna have another crack at it, and you're just gonna keep eating popsicles, either literally or metaphorically. You're gonna eat your popsicles. That's like this is my Goodwill Hunting speech to you. Like, I just want you to stop eating fucking popsicles. One day, just tell me you're not eating popsicles. That's all I want. One time. And just some emotional moment where John says to me, "Last night I didn't eat popsicles, man."
All right. Totally different aside. I found
The best popsicles.
a new way to eat popsicles.
A new way.
Dude, so here's the deal.
They are a bit difficult to eat.
Bro, so we all know I'll get up in my sleep, I'll get popsicles, right? Whatever. Sometimes I'll forget to eat them, so they'll melt in the bag and
Tell me you refreeze them.
refreeze them.
They're flat?
You do it at the popsicle. So a lollipop.
Yeah,
Popsicles.
so it's all crammed into the...
Dude, last night I went, it was a complete
You still have the full
accident.
wood stick.
Yeah. So it was a complete accident.
And that's probably also really, like...
really compact.
Yeah, like really sugary. Like,
It was. I'm gonna do it now.
Lollipopsicles.
It was lollipopsicles. It was a complete like I didn't even know it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because last night again, it is crazy how much I talk about this, but I don't know. It's basically all that goes on in my life.
Eating in your sleep.
Yeah.
Every episode.
It's crazy. I saw they made a clip out of it on a foreplay. I'm well aware that it's absurd.
It's the only thing you do.
It's nonsense that I talk about. It's so dumb. But I went and grabbed it in my sleep again, and I remember getting in bed, and I was like, this is crazy. This is
so good.
This is really good.
Dude, that's all it takes though. Like, You know when they say that like everything's been invented and no ideas are original.
Yeah.
And obviously that's a little bit silly, but it kind of is. Like every idea is just tweaking an existing idea. If you just took popsicles and instead of covering the whole stick, it only covers the top stick. But the top stick is like concentrated popsicle. Like you could even get away with selling less popsicle, but you market it as a lollipopsicle, and people buy it because they're like, "Oh, it's so cute." Like cake pops.
It was,
cake pops
but it's like
became
a big popsicle,
Right.
a big lollipop.
Right,
like,
right. So it's
I'm
like
like a
extra
kid at
large.
the fucking fair in the 70s,
Right, yeah.
20s, whenever they did that. I don't know.
Like when Muddy Bites came out,
Yeah.
they were just like, we're just gonna give you the bottom of the ice cream cone. Brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, like that's just a hook. That's
I actually never cared for those.
really.
Yeah, I remember you were like buy 10 boxes or whatever. Like you told
Yeah,
me. Like,
the dark chocolate.
I bought them all, and I think I still have a bunch of bags. Like,
Bring 'em
because
to me.
that was last summer. You told me
Give
because I
'em to
remember
me.
we were at my house.
Do you not like the
And-
bottom of ice cream cones?
I do. Maybe I'd like it better with milk. I don't ever eat it with milk.
I mean, if you're eating a chocolatey snack, you gotta have milk with it.
Yeah, I don't usually. Not that I'm not like a brownie. Like I can eat a cookie fine, but a brownie, yes, I gotta have milk. I just never thought.
I mean,
to
I
do
don't
it.
ever eat anything chocolatey without milk. That's crazy.
It is I do a lot of chocolate caramels, chocolate peanut butter, and stuff like that. So like, I don't do milk with those. But
All of it gets milk.
really.
Yeah.
That's more sugar. I do milk with like a treat, with like a
pastry?
A pastry, yes. Yeah.
That's fair. But all you need is like, like this is a snack that already exists in this shape, but I'm turning it to this shape or whatever, and then takes off.
Yeah.
Because people at the end of the day just want to like eat, fuck, and relax. So like take a product in those three things and repackage it, and you're good to go. But yes, like for the segment of Did I Miss the Signal? It's a resounding yes.
Yeah.
And I really want to hear from Australian Girl somehow, some way. So if you, Australian Girl, if you're listening or watching, or your friends are, you know the scenario. If you're the friend who, I'm sure she went back upstairs and said, "This fucking guy." I
autistic guy on the
offered it
second
up.
floor loves popsicles.
Did you say popsicles?
No, I didn't say anything. But I was in like a t-shirt and shorts. So I got out of the shower. I was like, I'm gonna watch a movie. I gotta get
That
candy.
is a fair time. If you're a young 20-something, you probably don't comprehend that, but just wait. Just wait. It's funny when you like when I was younger, I would have told you like, there would never be a day where a hot Australian could come by me and I would just be like, peace. But then you get there and you're like, well, it does happen.
Yeah. I was like taking my like vitamin D3 and fish oils in the morning. I was like,
yeah.
Was that a hot Australian last night? That we like fucking what the fuck, dude?
But that shit happens though. Even like I remember when guys would be like, oh, I can't like hook up after I have like a big meal or something. And I'd be like, bro, I will eat, fucking anything, and then if I got a chance to have sex, I'm having sex.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh, I got to plan on my. If you're expecting sex tonight, I got to plan my whole fucking night.
Dude, Aziz has a joke about that where his wife's white, and there's like a bigot yelling at them in England, and he's like, "You're disgusting! You're disgusting! What are you gonna go do now? I'll go home and have sex." And his wife turns around and was like, "Yes, we are." And he's like, "Well, we had a big dinner that night, so." He's like, "We'll get to beating bigotry tomorrow."
So true. That's when you're truly at.
Dude, that's what, like, bro, people about vacation sex.
Mm-hmm.
Vacation sex, dude, for me does not exist.
Yeah, because you eat.
I eat on vacation, bro.
Yeah.
Vacation.
Vacation is a break from everything in life.
Yeah.
Including sex.
Yeah.
Like-
vacation, like on the flight over, I'm like, just so you know, you're not getting in these pants. Like, if you even fucking look at my belt buckle during this trip,
Were you always that way though?
No.
Like there was
no,
definitely a time
no.
where I remember being like, we're gonna be hotel sex, we're gonna do kinky shit. Like what happens on vacation stays on vacation. And now I'm like, oh, there's gonna be that like the buffet in the morning, is like all you can eat.
Yeah.
And then there's really good lunch spot, and then there's a 5-star restaurant. So like we're gonna be in food comas pretty much the whole time, right? and it's like everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
That's relationship bliss. Is if you want to be having sex, and you're not, it's a disaster.
Right.
That's going to ruin your relationship. If one person wants it, the other person doesn't, like, you're done. And then when you're both in, like, fuck mode, it's fun. That's great. But true happiness is when you can be out of fuck mode and still be happy.
Yeah.
And be like, we're good. Like you're not worried. Like, hey, we haven't had sex in a while. It's like, yeah, it's because we've been eating like pigs.
Right.
You know? It's like we're fat right now.
Yeah.
But
it would be
we'll be
a
fine.
fucking violation of the Nuremberg trials if we had sex during this thing. Like, dude.
Because I mean, it's just like, there's just too much. You know, it's too much, like, physically, emotionally, too much going on.
Right before the plane takes off when I go on vacation, I just whisper real quick. I'm like, just so you know, if you fuck me, it's rape. I am here by the second these wheels get off the ground. Consent is gone.
God damn. Let's go to voicemails. That was fucking great. The fall is here, which means it's time for, the fall is almost here. It means it's time to switch up the menu a little bit, maybe on HelloFresh. You switching up.
A lot of pork.
I was going to say, you're on your pork kick.
A lot of pork on the fall. I did for breakfast this morning. I had some pork. Yeah, I had pork.
Like breakfast pork or like pork?
Pork. But I don't do breakfast. More my
meal
meals,
1, meal 2, meal 3.
That's it, dude. That's it. But I got some cayenne chicken cutlets, fire. Ooh. I got, what else do I have? What kind of? I'll tell you, it's definitely another chicken meal. But in the fall they start hitting you. You can get some stews. There might, I don't want to speak out of turn. There might even be chowders that are available. There are definitely stews. There are definitely chilies.
Oh, mama. HelloFresh knows what's up.
It is.
I feel like HelloFresh was just like, bro, let's just please John Feitelberg and it'll work.
I was talking, I went out, I got drinks actually the other night with the boy, Big Daddy Trent.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude. Me, Trent, and Nate went out and grabbed some beers. And we went to the No-Tel Motel in the East Village. Great spot. And we were just talking about how much we order and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, I just do HelloFresh. And, like, I went full, like, I'm a marketing pitch for HelloFresh. Trent was like, wait, really? I was like, yes, dude, I do HelloFresh. I'm like, it's like been 4 years. I do HelloFresh every week, 6 meals. It's fucking awesome. And as I explained it to him, I think Trent was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get HelloFresh. But it makes the most sense.
It's been on our show for so long for a reason. Like, right. It doesn't cycle through and go out like other sponsors. It's here because it's real and we do it. And they continue to offer the best deals. You go to HelloFresh.com/50KFC. Use promo code 50KFC. You get 50% off.
Plus 15% off the next 2 months.
So you get all of your meal. Think about how much money you spend on food. Imagine if it was already less than that because you're not paying delivery fees and upcharges. And then, so it's like groceries, but half of that.
It's 50% off?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know what it costs. It's about $70. $50 off means you're getting a week's worth of food for one single food order.
It's crazy.
That's nuts. Week of delicious, healthy, good food for a single, seamless DoorDash, whatever you want to use. Like, that's crazy to me.
And all of it is just pre-packaged, pre-portioned with all the ingredients and recipes.
High quality products. I remember when I was home for the pandemic and I just shifted my delivery. What you can do, like if you're going on vacation, if you got an Airbnb or something like that, you could just shift it, deliver it to your house. But my mom was like going through it when we were again during the pandemic, and she's like, "This is like a really nice vinegar. This is like the things that had labels on it." She's like, "This is all high quality stuff. Yeah. It's unbelievable."
It's 50% off when you first order, and then over the next 2 months, an additional 15%. So you keep the savings, and you can change the menus, get all the ingredients. You don't have to know how to cook anything. You follow the recipes, follow the instructions, and you have high quality meals right there in your home. So HelloFresh.com/50KFC, promo code 50KFC to get 50% off plus 15% off over the next 2 months.
Yo, Fights, KFC, everyone else. I want to start this off by clarifying that I am, 21 and pretty stupid, and I crave attention, try to get people to laugh. So last weekend, I left the bar at 3 a.m. and walked home 5 miles because I thought it'd be a really funny story. And then when everyone woke up in the morning, they were all concerned about why I chose to do that. And nobody thought it was funny, like I did. So yeah, I just wondered if you guys had ever, done something because you thought other people, you thought it'd be funny, and yeah, they just ended up concerned about you. So yeah.
Wait, what was it? Have I ever done something that I thought was funny and people ended up concerned?
Yeah, you describe my life.
I was going to say, almost everything I say on the internet at all times, I'm like, yo, are you good? I saw you have a meltdown on Twitter yesterday. Are you good? I was like, oh, I thought that was funny. You guys weren't laughing? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's a wild question to ask us. Like, everything we do.
Yeah. I mean, almost exclusively, I regret everything I put on the internet.
Yeah.
And because it usually garners a reaction of like, are you all right? I can't stand that when people reach out and they're like, I just want to check on you. Shut the fuck up.
I'm about
How about
to
you shut the fuck up? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Completely agree. I actually thought that recently. Someone was like, hey, everything all good? I'm like, yeah. Fucking shut up.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking
I mean, like, if you know me, or if it's something, if I was making content, and I'm like, and I'm being open about it, and you check in on me, I appreciate that if you're a fan. But if I'm just like doing something funny or over the top and whatever, and you're like, hey, I just want to, these are red flags. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, I remember I tweeted once, I actually thought of this, now I remember, someone didn't ask me, I remembered someone asking me recently. I tweeted a picture of like my nightstand, and it had like 5 Frosties on it. And I have a ring stain from them. Mm-hmm. And I was getting dressed, and I would maybe check it out. I saw it, and someone tweeted me like, dude, this is a sign of depression. I was like, yeah, no fucking shit, bro.
Yeah.
Life's a roller coaster. Fucking deal with it. And like, I was like, I think it was like this morning or yesterday morning, I was like getting dressed and saw those ring stains. I was like, yeah, fuck that guy. Dude, shut the fuck up. Like, I know what it's a sign of. I know what sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad. How about you fucking deal with it, dude?
You think I look at 5 Frosties and think I'm doing good? You think I can't tell this is a sign of depression? You think I want 5 Frosties on my bedside table?
For fucking pointing that out, dude. Man.
Hey man, you put on some weight. Like, are you healthy? No, no, I'm not. Fuck you for pointing it out.
I'm like a fucking toddler, like a baby that fell. When
just pretend
like everything's all good. You're like, yeah, it is,
totally.
yeah, it is, right? Like, you're like, hey, just so you know, that's depression. I'm like,
now I'm depressed.
Knew that, but I wasn't fucking actively thinking about it. So
I have
shut
to.
up.
Yeah.
Don't check on me about anything.
Yes. Yes. Also, like, I don't want the minute that people who are just friends in your life bring up real shit, it's like, well, now we have a real shit thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a real shit thing.
100%.
Like, I can't put that toothpaste back in the tube. We have to talk about it now, or I have to say to you, I don't want to talk about this, which makes it awkward.
Yeah.
Like, you're either a friend that, like, we've had conversations in the past, and like I don't even have many of those left anymore, but like, but you have your friends you can be real with, and you have your friends who you're friends with. Just be a friend. If you're not a friend that I'm real with, just don't be real with me.
Yeah. Like, know your role.
Yeah.
Like, it is, life's a movie. You have a role. Don't fucking step out of it and
Right.
be like,
You're an extra. Don't be the main character.
why is the extra asking him like about his mom?
Totally.
Like, shut
Totally.
the fuck up.
Yeah.
Everything's fine,
Right.
dude.
Right.
I was thinking about that. You saying you don't have many of those friends left. I was thinking about that in a sense, kind of, the other day. And I was thinking about like why you get depressed as you get older, and it's because you just stop getting days, if that makes sense.
Getting days.
Like days no longer belong to you, like because as you as you get older, you know more people, and they like days just start belonging to other things. Like when I was born, when I was 0, I owned 365 days a year.
Yeah.
They were all fucking
Every single
mine.
minute was your life. Yeah.
And then as you get older, like it's like, oh, this day is the anniversary of this. This day is this person's birthday. This day is this. And
Yeah. Just the more.
not that it takes up your whole day, but it's just like it's something that you have to think about, and it's you think about it as it's coming. So it's like it was Buffett. Was when Buffett dying made me think of it, where I was like, well, great, now this is Jimmy Buffett's day. Well, that was we were texting about it in the morning.
John cried over Jimmy Buffett dying.
Bro,
He cried.
Like, I started tearing up, and then I was like, this is funny. I'm like, kind of crying right now. And then I started crying harder, and then I started laughing harder because I was crying harder, and then it just became this big sloppy mess.
You sent me a picture of him.
I texted Kevin a picture. We were talking about it already, and I was like, yo, I'm actually crying right now. And then texted him a picture of it. It
was crazy because
I very much like Jimmy. I actually really like. I love Jimmy Buffett. Like OAR and Jimmy Buffett were my shit. Like high school, college, early 20s. I haven't like.
I texted John and because I texted Dave and I was like, I know Jimmy Buffett like really meant a lot to you, so like, you know, I'm sorry for your loss. Like that was the equivalent of me like if someone like Dave's family died, I would have, like sent the same level of text.
I didn't know. I knew Dave liked Jimmy Buffett a lot. I didn't realize Dave until I read his blog. I didn't realize he was that. I knew he was a huge Jimmy Buffett fan, but I didn't realize he'd been to 50 shows.
I didn't know he'd been to 50 shows. I didn't think Dave would have gone to 50 shows of like anything.
Yeah, me neither.
I know that he like modeled Barstool like after it, and I'm sure there was a lot of like, once you make it, you almost think of yourself as like, wow, I made it, and I based it off of Jimmy, and
yeah.
Not that he was like on Jimmy Buffett's level, but you know, I'm sure there's a lot of emotions. And Dave was like, I cried, and I was like, I didn't even know you knew how to cry, and he was like, yeah, me neither. So I was saying that to John, and John was like, well, I cried too, and I was like, what? It's okay for him. You're crying over Jimmy Buffett? I mean, don't get me wrong, awesome dude.
I was surprised too. I was like, what the fuck is this? Also, it's my sister's birthday, so I had to go upstairs with tears in my eyes, like, happy birthday, yes.
Now it's not only is it her birthday, now it's Jimmy Buffett's dead day. This is now I only got 364. I only got 364 left. How many days of yours?
This is how you end up with 5 Frosties on your fucking nightstand. This is crazy.
How many days are not your days, John?
Oh, I got most of them.
You got all of them.
Yeah.
You got fucking all of them. I have no days.
I was thinking about it in a larger, like, not really like that.
No, I know.
Focused on me, but I was thinking about it in a larger sense. But like,
but when you get to the point where you literally don't have days anymore because you just have to do shit for other people all the time, it sucks.
Yeah, like you don't wonder we're depressed. I'll get a day.
Yeah, dude, and then when you
not that any of this is revelatory, but like I was just thinking.
But then you know what the real kick in the dick is when you get to the point where you feel guilty about having days to yourself and you can't even enjoy them.
Yeah.
Then your life's over. Like I would finish blogging. I would blog as fast as I could, as good as I could, and then I'd be like, I'm done. And I have like the next like 12, 15, 16, 18 hours to myself. And I'm just going to watch TV and eat food, and I'm going to love every second of it. And now if I do that, I'm like, I should be with the kids, or I should be working on something, or I should be doing this or that. And I actually do worse in those situations. And that's like, so now I prefer the days where I have shit to do. That's dark.
Yeah.
That's dark. I always said when you in a relationship, when you prefer work over being at home, that's the sign that it's done.
Yeah.
In life, when you prefer having days where you have stuff to not having stuff, you should kill yourself. You should get out of that relationship. You should end your life. Because I'm like, I don't even, when I have free time, I'm not even enjoying it. What's the point?
Well, I can make that even darker.
Oh,
and I think this is probably the reason I was thinking about all of that, not just Jimmy Buffett. Like, my grandfather's getting up there in age, and he's getting to the point where he's, like, saying things like, I'm looking forward to seeing my friends again kind of deal. And, like, I think I was thinking about that where, like, days don't even belong to you. It's not that they belong to other people. They don't, like with you, like, your days belong to other people.
Right.
Like, to him, his days just belong to memories. Like, and that's...
Yeah, wow.
All, like, that's all he's got. And I was like, that's fucking... So, like, that's when it's really dark. We're like, not like I'd rather be doing something else. I'd rather be dead. Like,
I want out.
Not in, like, the...
I want to get off the roller coaster.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know old people. Yeah, if you just watch like all your people die.
Yeah.
I know people who like watched their kids die. Like they're 90 or whatever, and they like all of their siblings died, but their kids died early, and they're just like, what am I doing here? Like I outlived everything. Next up.
I told you I was going to make it darker.
What's up, guys? Just a little afternoon existential thought. let's say everyone over the age of 50 just poof, dies tomorrow, gone.
Good segue.
What happens? What happens the next day? Where do we go? That means world leaders, wealthy elites, politicians.
That's a great question.
They're just dead, gone. Who takes over? Who runs the world? And then you could also picture that with more decades. What happens if everyone under the age of 30 dies? But 50 seems like a good cutoff. So
let's start with under like 80, so we can put these motherfuckers like Mitch McConnell out there. How many more times are people going to trot the dead corpse of Mitch McConnell out there, hopped up on some sort of fucking, like probably secret government drug that keeps him alive? Like that dude is running on batteries. It's like somebody plug Mitch McConnell back in. How does he not like lose his job like the next day? How is anybody like, wait a minute, the guy that we have leading the country or whatever, leading like this part of the government is can't function.
Bro, if you're the quarterback of a football team, you don't have your job anymore after that.
For real.
We'll put in Zappy. That was weird.
Like what? And they leave him up there for like they said the last one was 19 seconds. Bro, by a 10 count, if I'm frozen, somebody get the fucking umbrella thing and get the hook and pull me off.
Right to the medical tent.
Right. And put me out. Yeah. Put the thing up. And put one in me. But 50 is, you're losing
50 President Vivek Ramsway.
Oh my God!
I think I'm just gonna become a big Vivek guy. I don't know.
That would be funny. That'd be a good bit.
Lose yourself in the moment you want it. You better never let it go.
I wanted to die watching that.
You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow.
Oh, that was when everyone's complaining that everyone's like 100 years old. I'm like, well, this is the other extreme. I don't need my dude doing.
I vote for the rapping president.
Oh, my God.
Bro.
But rapper the rapper.
Bro, speaking of that, did you see who Tucker Carlson had on last night?
No. Who?
It's insane. It's as if Tucker is
on
now,
his like Twitter show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is now like it was the follow up to Dave's episode. So.
Oh God.
Bro. Just take a guess. Like I want to hear you make just an educated guess.
Like Alex Jones.
So I can tell you what the actual answer is. Alex Jones is your educated guess?
Yeah.
Okay. No. It was a man missing teeth with 2 wrist guards on who says he used to fucking smoke crack with Obama.
He's just like a random dude. Who's just like, I got the dirt on Barry.
Dave Portnoy, he just bought his company back. He's a business tycoon. It's like, yeah, I mean, Obama used to fucking do crack.
Why do you have wrist guards on?
Both hands. I don't know, dude. It was crazy.
Did he rollerblade there? Maybe at the studio and he shows up.
The craziest thing.
And he had no teeth.
I actually remember to bring that up to Dave today.
That's so good.
Yeah. Back in '89, me and Obama used to smoke crack and suck each other's dicks.
Oh, you saying they used to fuck each other?
Fuck each other.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Wow. I thought he was like, yeah, we would just like bang chicks.
No. He used to fuck each other.
That, I mean, hey, Tucker is now fully in the internet game. He's just like, I don't know how many views we're gonna get, bro.
And Tucker's like, and did it seem like his first time doing crack? Oh no, looked like he'd done it before.
I want to watch it though. I gotta watch it. I'll be honest, that sounds better than like some business talk. Looks like he knew how to smoke crack and fuck dudes.
No, Tucker. He had a line out on a CD case. I seen it. It was just nuts, dude. It was nuts.
Yo, that is either, I don't know. That's either like your Breaking Bad moment or your moment where you're like, maybe I should have stayed at Fox News. What
just
am I
had
doing
a T-shirt with the fucking the head collar stretched out. I want to be like one of those like Denzel in Flight. Like, are you on crack right now? Yeah. Tucker, I'm on. Bro, it was the funniest thing.
That's great.
Oh, shout out St. George's.
But anyway, to answer that question, I think I would like to see it because there are so many young people who are like the people who are like young.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm just like, if we got a text from the booking people, like, yo, do you want to fuck this? Do you want to talk to this guy who said he used to gay fuck Obama and do crack? I'd be like, what?
I'd be like, is he wearing wrist guards?
Is Darius
by the
Walker
way-
busy? Like,
Saying gay fuck is so funny. This guy used to gay fuck him.
yeah, I'm gonna bring this. We can just send the picture of the top left too. You can see with no teeth. Yeah.
Oh my god. What the fuck? I bet that guy gave good head though. What the fuck? Look at Tucker all serious with his hands.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. They look experienced in the cocaine. Experiencing the cocaine and the cocksucking Tucker.
Jesus. That is so fucking funny. How'd I miss this? That's so fucking good.
Dude, I tweeted to Greer.
Oh, that's right up Greer's alley.
Greer, the funniest response. I tweeted him the wrist guards. And, Greer goes,
What could you possibly need wrist guards on for a sit-down interview? Like, even if you have some sort of problem, like if you're just going to sit at a table and talk to him, you can take off the wrist guards.
Greer goes, arthritis in his old age has to keep the guards on in case he runs into Obama again and needs him to smoke crack and jack him off. God damn. So
It's
funny.
going to be hard to top, but last voicemail.
Hey KFC Radio, I wanted to wish Feitelberg a happy pumpkin spice latte day, aka Sad Boy season kickoff.
No.
At least for me in California, the weather doesn't change enough to signal Sad Boy season kickoff, so I always take it from pumpkin spice latte day.
Okay.
Fights, are you even in sad boy season anymore? Are you in a different era? I feel like you've been less sad lately, which I'm happy for you. Go you, if you
What
are.
a time.
If
What
you
a
are in
time.
a different era, what
I
would you
would
call this
actually,
era?
up until
Love
15
you
minutes
guys.
ago, would have agreed with her that you're a little less sad, but I think we've fully established that, you're
I
pretty-
am in a better mood
Yeah.
lately. It's
Yeah.
it's like I don't acknowledge it because it's gonna come back around, everybody.
Yeah,
Like
it's a roller coaster.
don't get used to anything.
Right.
It's gonna come
Right.
back around. I actually am onto some new medicine that's gonna make me very upset for 2 weeks. So everyone just be prepared for that.
Okay. Well, they
were
told you
like,
it's going to suck for 2
the
weeks.
doctor's like, this is gonna feel like you go to war, and I'm like, all right, let's try. Started this morning. Got 4 more doses left today. We'll see how that goes.
I can't do that shit. I tried that once, and the feeling, like the side effects, they were like, you got to get through it. I couldn't get through it.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm just not going to do this. I'm just not gonna do it.
Today we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Mine was the jittery feeling. Like, it wasn't an emotional thing. It was just like I felt physically weird.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can make this stop. I'm going to make this stop. I'm just not going to do this. Like, once you get through it, it'll be good. And I was like, okay, never mind now.
3
It lasted,
Frosties,
like,
please.
one- 3 Frosties and some crack, please.
Yeah.
Sad boy season will be here. It'll
Sad
come.
boy season. It's not. It's like Christmas. You celebrate it even if you're not
In the
Catholic,
spirit.
right? It's just like a yeah.
No,
it's
but
like
even some years you're like in this Christmas spirit. Other years like fuck it,
Yeah.
but you still celebrate. it.
right. Yeah. No, it's on the calendar.
Yeah.
Sad boy season's coming.
What is it? 3 days with 60 degrees,
3 days under 60. Yeah.
which that'll be like December this year.
It's.
but-
I think it's usually like mid to late October.
Yeah.
So we got some
Another-
time.
another
I think
month or so.
we're working on some merch. I think we got some very cool stuff. So we'll make our first merch of the year.
Yeah.
I made a couple Bruins shirts that I think 3 people bought.
I was gonna say I gotta get back. I gotta get some hoodies ready for Black Friday. I always have some comfy shit for the big sale, so I gotta get some shit going too. So be on the lookout for merch. We're about to go on the road, so hit up KFC Radio's social media for tickets. We're going to Buffalo and Minneapolis and Detroit and Columbus, Pittsburgh. I think I'm missing one in there, but we're doing our kind of like Midwest tour. So get your tickets. It's so funny. We'll just wrap up on this because we're wrapping this up and then going to Barstool Radio and doing like what this show is going to be versus what this show was. is there was a time I was like, I'm worried. Like, what if there's like overlap and stuff? It's like, oh no.
Bro,
we're talking about crackheads sucking off Obama.
I
doing
think
this on Barstool Radio.
I was worried about like switching things off. I think it's made both shows way better.
Way better.
Yes.
Way better. So I keep that
like,
there and I keep this over here.
Two completely
then,
different things rather than like, we'd always be like, well, wedge this in and get this in. Like,
nope.
This is just dumb shit.
Yep.
That's fucking Barstool shit.
Yep.
Like I think I was like, are we gonna do like a split and like they're both gonna end up being like fucking bad?
Yeah.
I think they're both awesome.
Yeah.
And
but they're just very different vibes. Like this was like goofy, and I think we're about to like go to war. So it's just like duality of Barstools. All right, Yamaneika Saunders on KFC Radio. Let's talk to her. I want to go back to bombing at the Apollo. What was that? That had to have been
the worst day of your life.
Yeah, let's
run that
go
back.
through that. I mean, that is something that, in a weird way, though, it's almost like, I'm sure when it happened, you were not thinking this, but now that you've gone through it, it's like a badge of honor to be like, because like you said, once you've done that, you can I could go to actual war. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, because I died on stage.
Right.
And I don't say that, I want to be very clear because I've had some friends who actually died on stage, so I don't want to like get those. But what I mean is my spirit was broken on that stage, and the worst thing I think could happen to me, other than actually passing away on stage, is the way in which people show me they did not like me immediately.
Yeah. So they just boo, right? I mean, it's just like they're encouraged to just like, if you like it, you cheer, and if you don't, it's just like, get the fuck off, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the quick version because this story is all over the internet.
Sure.
And it's actually how people have started following me in the very beginning, because I think I was a story of survival for a lot of people who also felt like they had been let down in whatever career path or dream that they had. I wanted to do Showtime at the Apollo because I thought it was a legacy thing, right? There were certain things I wanted to do before I was 30. I wanted to go on Showtime at the Apollo and succeed. I wanted to be on SNL and succeed. I wanted to Just for Laughs, all of that. You know, I had these certain milestones before I turned 30. Went on, had an opportunity to audition for Showtime at the Apollo, and did well at the audition, you know, where people aren't, you know, hyped up on whatever shit they hyped up on, and it's, you know. And I went out there, I just think immediately I had like a mushroom. You know, for those of you who don't know, mushrooms is like, I had my hair curled, but like under. Like Daphne from Scooby-Doo. And I had on glasses. I had this geeky little shirt on. And I said something about roaches. And immediately, they booed me. Immediately. And I stood there. Because you kind of like, you leave your body. And like, they can't. Why would
possibly
they
be me.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, is it that bad? And then I remember getting danced off, and then I went on the wrong side where the winners go.
No,
and then they were like, "No, you got to go back." And I was like, "No, let me just stay here till the world ends."
Right. Somebody just give me a gun right now.
Right. Like, just let me stay here. Like, who cares? I'm not gonna go out with the winner. They're like, "Nah, you gotta." So when I walk back on the stage to go back across to where the losers go, they boo me going across the stage. They booed me when I walked out the theater because I didn't want to stay there with her. Because when you come back, you've been booed. Nobody wants to talk to you or touch you. You feel like you've like got cooties. So as they booed me as I walked out, they had to restart the other act that was on the stage at the time because it wasn't for her. It was for me.
Oh my God.
And then I got booed on the train ride home. Some guys recognized me. And then as they started booing me, the rest of the train recognized that they recognized me. And I got booed all the way from 125th Street to 68th Street, Hunter College on the 6th.
Walk out.
And I was like...
You got booed for 60 blocks?
All right, big thanks for watching. If you made it through this whole episode, that means you should be subscribed. There's so many of you out there who watch and don't subscribe, so make sure you are a KFC Radio subscriber. Make sure you get all the content when it drops. Click that button now.
I have 9 fingers. I'm still subscribed. It's that easy.